championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On first down, this is Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So out now come the Redskins. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Zone. 158. Jump out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
That's fine. Yeah.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They go back to the ground with Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's Geis on the counter. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams.
Let's go.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Zoom. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They start on the ground with Geis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again to Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Thompson to return it. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Finds a seam inside the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go, come on.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw on second down, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Thompson on the return. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now Rodgers throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. A give to Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll set up a throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The give is to Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Rodgers throwing here. A dump underneath to Jones. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. There's a give to Jones running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
That's fine. Yeah.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire